Hello and welcome to another episode of Common Chaos Live with me, Christian Rauchenwald, on this, looking to be quite nice Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. Just need to push a few more buttons and then we're ready to go here. As always, Common Chaos Live means we are going to take a look at the comments that I receive on my YouTube videos and answer them to hopefully answer the questions that you might have. That says, usual disclaimer applies. Everything that I share in this live stream / video, depending if you're watching it now or if you're watching it later, is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. Well, and with that said, cricket VYBC, what's up? Yeah, not much. As you can see, I'm still in the phase of waking up to have a productive starting today, actually to hit the gym after being or after the stream. And yeah, and other than that, still waiting for the coffee to kick in. I hope you have an amazing day. Anyway, so let's jump straight to Agora Pulse, the tool we're using to manage social media, and take a look what we have here. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Pi KYZ. Have not seen my KYZ. What can I do now? Yeah. So I mean, I'm not sure if the question is about not starting KYZ, which would be answered exactly in the video where Mary Mark left the comment, or if it's about the KYZ status, in which case all you can do is wait until the status updates. There's also a video I made a while back that covers like why it might take long for some users. So yeah, you can find both of them if you just check the channel page, go to playlists and select the Pi Network playlist. They are among the last, 10 videos or so I made about the project. Yeah. Always nice to see some thanks. So that's on the Tref Monetizer payout proof. Yeah, which is one of the projects that took forever to reach the $10 payout threshold. I mean, forever is an overstatement, but relatively long. But I'm happy that they paid out. So yeah, so it's really nice to have, even if it's not a lot, every couple of months, an extra $10 here and there. Definitely, I'm not gonna say no to that. Yeah. Now, here's somebody else that tries to show you guys how you can definitely get banned on the channel to never ever have one of your comments show up again. And if you're wondering why, the reason why is like in this case, it's especially stupid. If you ask on a video that explains that you cannot sell Pi coins, that you're not allowed to sell Pi coins and so on and blah, blah, blah. If you can do it and how you can do it, then you clearly, I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, now I have to, that's hidden, okay. So, and that one, nope, no reboot now, dear Windows, will reboot later, and that one as well, same guy. That's on the Koinly video. Interesting comments. The monthly fee way too much for what you get. Think about it, what you spent a year to what you made. I'll wait to see how much it makes. Yeah. I disagree. I mean, for me personally, the paid plan is not worth it. And for many other people, it's not worth it either. Simply because you're not moving enough. So since CoinApp requires you to have CoinApp open and in the foreground to actively earn, if you have it in the background, you earn less. Yeah, so CoinApp in the foreground. And you'd have to move. So it's like, there are a few professions where CoinApp is really profitable. Yeah, so if you are, I don't know, taxi driver, bus driver, or anything that drives, so even if you're driving Uber or Uber Eats or something like that, and then you have the option to have your phone with the CoinApp permanently in the foreground, which if you were driving for Uber Eats or so, likely means getting a cheap Android phone. Then you can really earn a lot of coin, and for each 10,000 coin, you then get $5 worth of XYO tokens. So there it's easily possible to be profitable. So if you drive a lot, especially biggest advantage really to long distance drivers, so that mostly are on highways or in Germany it would be the Autobahn, because there you are moving enough that you don't have to remine the second tile or the same tile twice and so on. If you're not moving a lot, then it's like not as profitable, but then you also don't need to necessarily get one of the paid plans. So I'm personally having two devices in the office, so two spare phones. One is the Android phone that we only use for making videos about Android apps, and the other one is our emergency spare iPhone. So the old iPhone. Every time, we don't buy iPhones every year, but when we buy new iPhones, then we keep one of the old ones. So in case one of our phone breaks, we have a spare phone at home. Yeah. And so those two phones are running CoinApp 24/7, and they, on average, I don't know, reach a payout once per month. So they don't have any paid plan or so, but we do have the Sentinel X BLE, which cost us, I think, back then $50. So, which is the Bluetooth dongle that gives a 12 times boost to CoinApp devices that are nearby that are not on a free plan, not on a paid plan. On a paid plan, that device would give a 10% boost. And yeah, and with that 12 times boost, we basically on both phones reach one payout roughly every month. So that's 2 times $5 every month. So it's like technically $120 per year, which means with the two phones, without moving, without doing anything, just having the phones there, and CoinApp runs 24/7. It basically pays off the Sentinel, for us, paid off the Sentinel XBLE in like 5 months, and for the rest of the year, it's then profit, yeah. And or moving forward, it's then profit. And yeah, and on the Android phone, we also are running 1 or 2 bandwidth sharing apps that don't have a Windows client, so to earn even more. So yeah, like the paid plan in CoinApp, definitely something that you have to try. If you're not moving a lot and you cannot have CoinApp in the foreground a lot, then don't even try. But if you have a job or do something where you would have that option, then you can definitely try. And CoinApp, at least on the iOS version, there's a trial, so you can for 3 days test the paid plan without getting charged. And you can then basically just on your average day do that, and then calculate how much you would earn in a month based on how much you earn during those free trial days. And if it's not enough, cancel the trial. And if it's enough, then yeah. Yeah, asking for a time slope update. Yeah, it's been on my list so long, and I promise it will happen. But that project just had so many long and confusing updates that even for me, it's yeah, like I'm kind of like pushing it. You know, I'm kind of like procrastinating that because I don't want to deal with those endless book-like updates that are written in, unfortunately, bad English. Yeah, anyway, so asking 4 times for the same stuff, also not nice because it's just annoying me. Oh, that's an old video I make about like, oh no, that's about playing games, so about Upland, I guess. Yeah, where I shared that I messed up because I picked a starting location where all the properties were too expensive. But now actually in Upland, so by just I mean, obviously, I get a few referral rewards, but in Upland, it's not as much as you would imagine. So, like, I don't have that many referrals at all in Upland. And what I'm doing is basically I just buy a property. So, after the original starting thing, you get like, originally it was like 3,500 or 5,000 Upland credits or UPX that you get. And then Irina and I actually invested $100 into the project so that both of us have more. And then I just bought a bunch of properties and I just listed with 40 times more than what I paid for it. And then here and there I sell one, which means I made profit. And then I use that money to buy more. And I just keep doing that and been growing my UPX balance to 870,000 now, which technically is $870. Yeah, so you can list your properties after verification process, then also for PayPal payouts. So you can say I want to have $5 for the property, but you obviously have to wait until somebody buys it. So it's like it's slow moving. There are times where there's a lot of turnaround, so where I'm selling a couple properties per day and always make a small UPX profit to then buy more properties. But there are also weeks where I don't sell a single UPX property, and I'm still accumulating. I don't see a reason to try to sell it for dollars at this point because even if I were to sell it for, I don't know, so if I were to sell it for $870, yes, it would be a profit that I made, but it's not life-changing in any way. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and either Upland eventually disappears and nobody cares about anymore, or it becomes more popular for whatever reason and so on, and there will be more money inflowing, which will increase the value of properties, blah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So moving on, I think that's probably no, that's not a reply, but still, yeah. Yeah, somebody saying they didn't lock up for 4 years, they just picked 14 days. I don't know why it's showing me I can't unlock till 3 years. Well, the answer to that is because you locked it up for 3 years. Yeah, nobody will like. Uh, let's phrase it like this: nobody has a problem, or if with the software 90% of users or 99% of users, because like I've seen I think 2 comments out of I don't know how many Pi Network comments that I get that are like, oh yeah, why is it locked up, I didn't select the lockup. Yeah, if you are the only one out of I don't know how many thousands of people that watch my videos and leave comments, well, then it's a mistake you made. Then it's not a bug, it's not some evil scheme or something. It's simply you picked a 3-year lockup, you just don't remember doing it, and now you complain about it. Yeah, it sounds harsh, but that's what it comes down to. Yeah, like, so I haven't seen a single person that doesn't or that had a lockup set to something else. Yeah, and as a developer, I know how programming works. Yeah, so I know there is a part that says, okay, when you put that slider here and you say confirmed, and it saves for your profile that you pick that lockup setting, and then with the migration it doesn't just randomly pick a 3-year lockup, it picks the lockup that you chose. Yeah, it's for me, I picked a 90% lockup for 3 years. I would have gone for 100%, but I wanted to make some videos about using Pi, which I already did. And it worked flawlessly for Irina. It worked flawlessly for all our acquaintances that we know and use Pi. It worked flawlessly, so it works flawlessly for everyone else as well. And if it has you locked up for 3 years, then it is because you picked the 3-year lockup option. Yeah, you might have forgotten about it, but that's what it comes down to. So, income by spider. Yeah, okay, that's actually a weird project. I mean, I made 3 videos about it. The first one was like legit or scam, so where my conclusion was you can always try it. I mean, you don't lose anything. Yeah. Then I had a payout proof video because they actually paid me during the first payout. I think I got $75 from that project. And since then, I reached the payout threshold again, which was like half a year ago. And but for the first payout, I also had to write multiple emails and whatnot to get them to even pay out. And since then they actually like didn't pay out anymore. Yeah, so my last payout I didn't get. Yeah, which like makes it tricky because they paid out and they don't pay out, so like it makes it hard to say if their standard practice is to give users the first payout but then refuse in the future, or if they don't pay out any more at all. But if you anyway have a device that runs bandwidth sharing apps, I still believe, okay, it's worth a try. If they pay you out, that's great. If they stop paying you out, you can always remove the app. Yeah, didn't receive a confirmation email. That sucks, but what am I supposed to do about it? Like, all you can do is try to reach the support, and if that doesn't work, then just move on to a different project, because there are a bunch of bandwidth sharing apps that are really nice because you can run them all parallel and their earnings just sum up. Yeah. Up. Yeah, how is it possible to unlock Pi that is already migrated in the wallet and locked for 3 years by mistake? No, it's not. That's what the lockup is for. You confirmed, I want to have that lockup setting, even if it's by mistake, you confirmed it, that that's what you have. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a lockup if people would just be able to say, oh, I want to not lock it up, I changed my mind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sucks if it happened to you by mistake, yeah, but it is what it is, yeah. Coin app. Yeah, this is just like in any other gimmick like PiCoin, where the only entity who is making real money is the company. Nice video. Do I stay on the free one, and in 10 years from now I'll cash out for the $5 mother load? Yeah, I love it when people do no research and then leave useless comments like that. I'm wondering if that guy already left comments in the past. So user profile, no comments. So it's not some clown that's on all the videos spreading misinformation. But yeah. Definitely none of that is obviously true, because, and what infuriates me a little bit is, so he says, okay, with PiCoin only the creators are making profit. Yeah, when there are literally on my channel 2 videos, actually 3 videos if we consider the time when there were only in-app transfers for limited users. So there are actually 3 videos on my channel that show how I used PiCoins that I got for pushing a button to pay for 2 of the light stands that I'm using here on the desk to have the lights mounted, to pay for Elden Ring for Xbox, which is a purchase I regret because the game is really underwhelming. I just cannot find any fun in it so far, and to pay for Hogwarts Legacy. So basically, personally, from Pi coins, from pushing a button, I already got around, what's that, like $120, $170 worth of stuff just for Pi coins that I received for pushing a button. And I'm by far not the only one, because if one checks the Pi Network or local Pi subreddit on reddit.com, then you'll see countless of people that are using their Pi to buy hardware, games, iPhones, pay for vacations even. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm probably sure nobody took the vacation offer yet, but there are literally vendors out there, especially Games for Pi, which is a German company. They really are willing to accept Pi for everything. So if you want to go on a vacation, they would pay for it for you, and you pay them in Pi, although you would have to have the required amount, of course. Yeah. So yeah, Pi definitely not worthless. And we just talked about CoinApp a couple minutes earlier. So I said the two spare phones that I have alone bring around $120 per year. Without the paid plan, yes, we have the Sentinel X BLE, the Bluetooth dongle that costs $45 or $50 with shipping, but that's a one-time purchase that we already made the money back long ago. So yeah, like, it's definitely not worth it for everyone. If you don't have a spare phone, for example, and you're not moving a lot, well, then CoinApp will not be super profitable for you, because you hardly will have it on your phone in the foreground all the time when you run around and whatnot, because that means you couldn't use your phone anymore, and it would just drain your battery real quick because your display would be on all the time. Yeah. But if you have a spare phone, or if you have a job where you're really moving a lot in terms of driving, well, then CoinApp is like a really cool thing to make extra money. And you can withdraw it directly. So you basically, in the app, just say I want to withdraw, and you can withdraw it either to your own wallet or to your Coinbase account. And on Coinbase, if you wanted to, you can just instantly sell it as well. So yeah. So where were we? This sounds, there, here we were. Yeah. So we can accept that, of course. Yeah. Do you have any information about the current development of good dollar, and how is the progress? Honestly, no. Yeah, like, so we'll have to follow up on that one as well. I still keep pressing the button once per day. Yeah, back then when I looked at it, they had a crappy, sorry, yeah, so I didn't show the screen, but the comment I said is like, do you have any info about the current development of good dollar, and how is the progress? So back then when I looked at it, they had a Facebook marketplace that was just full of scam offers. Yeah. So it's really hard to say if that developed into anything or will develop into anything. But it's still, as I said, I'm pressing the button still once per day, because who knows, it might turn out to become something that has a certain value, and then it's great. And if not, well, I can always abandon the project later. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I'm switching to the screen again, so you also see the comments. So as I said, that's the one that we just had. Do you have any info about blah, blah, blah? That's the next one. Can somebody please oversimplify what's going on? Can you sell Pi? Well, it's really simple. The video literally starts with the sentence that, or I think it starts with the sentence that you cannot sell it. So yeah. KYZ issue, keep getting error 403. Well, in that case, try to disable the private DNS settings in your iPhone. I'm not sure if Android has that setting as well. And or try, although 403 would be unauthorized, not found. Yeah, but still try, yeah, like, and instead of Wi-Fi, try using your mobile internet or vice versa. And yeah, other than that, if the issue keeps persisting, then you can post on reddit.com/r/Pi network, because there are also people, moderators and so on, part of that community. And yeah, they will then probably know a better answer. Can I change the lockup duration? Tricky question, yes and no. You can not change existing lockup. You can only change it for future migrations. Yeah, and what does the lockup duration mean? Well, it means how long the migrated coins and how much of it will be locked up. Yeah, now that's probably about High's crypto card. Yeah, I'm gonna accept it. Sorry. Don't ever use these cards, guys. When you try to pay, transactions are declined or double charged, the money are gone, and they don't do any refund. They keep your money, telling you to wait up to 90 days for refund, and still after that, still get no refund of your money. Yeah. Yeah, I cannot agree with that. Like, so personally, I've used High's card now since they launched it in the end of December, and there was a month, so in late January or early February or so, the team blocked all the cards because they had some users that scammed the system to get more rewards and basically caused damage for everyone else. And the team locked the card for everyone to implement measures that prevent that, kick out the people and report them to the police that scammed the system and so on. But so the cards didn't work for 4 weeks for anyone, yeah. But outside of that, I had I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Curve. It's an app where you use the Curve card, and the Curve card then charges your actual card. And there you can do something like go back in time, which means I can pay today using the Curve card, and it charges my whatever, like Miles and More MasterCard. And then for up to 120 days later, depending on which plan you're on with Curve, you can move the transaction and it gets refunded on the Miles and More card, and then charged to another card. Yeah, which is obviously, for example, during the time when Highest card was not working, I used another card, and then when Highest card started working again, I moved all the transactions to get the, for me as High Platinum member, 9% cashback. Yeah. So, but until today, I had, I think, one PayPal transaction that I tried moving back in time that didn't work, which in retrospective was anyway okay because it would not be entitled for cashback. And I had we once were at a at a restaurant for lunch or dinner, and where the card reader of the cashier said declined or failed actually, although the High app showed that we got charged 24 euro and something, and where I had to pay again. However, in that situation, the 24 euro or something were refunded back on my card within 2 days automatically. And yeah, so personally, I have pretty much no issues with using the High card, yeah, in the past. I do, however, know that there have been some cases, or according to, I mean, I don't know, like according to some messages and claims made by a few users compared to the entire user base, there might be cases where the refunds take a little longer. But I have yet to see a single person that really didn't get their money back or so. And it wouldn't make no sense at all, because it would mean that High would risk their entire business and license in Europe to keep, I don't know, whatever, even if you paid a lot with it, maybe it's €1,000 transaction. So to steal €1,000 from someone, and that's like a high estimate here. Yeah, probably it's more an average transaction of like $50 less or more. Yeah. It just wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Personally, I mean, I'm not fully happy with what High is doing. I feel like the product is super great, but as I shared in my updated Trustpilot review about High, that it feels like, that the company is like, the decisions are make it look like a circus where the clowns are in control. But we'll have to see. The product and the potential of the product, in my opinion, is still there. And as I said, personally, no real issues. Like, again, like a few hiccups, but the cards is relatively early, and all those hiccups have been automatically corrected within more than reasonable times. If it's not the case for others, it's like hard to say. So if it's not the case for others, so if others have problems, it's hard to say for me, because again, I personally don't experience problems. I see a lot of people that say for me it's also working well, and then I see a few people that say that they have the problems. Makes it hard to judge if it's real or not. So comments in the chat I will address at the end. They're switching back there. So next comment. Nice one, bro. So thanks for tuning in for Comment Cares Live. Always nice to have you guys here on the Pi video. So that's about like the different offers that are on Pi on the subreddits, for example. Keep mining so guys like him can buy wheat. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, because like if you are mining, you earn more, and yes, whoever invited you also gets a little boost on his mining rate. But at the end of the day, it's about you getting your coins, and whoever invited you deserves to get his referral reward, because without them, you wouldn't know about the project at all. So haters gonna hate, I guess. CoinX sent an email to delete my account, but no reply. So it's like, how do you delete your account? You can no longer use and no longer continue. Should I abandon it? If you cannot reach anyone, if you cannot access your account, then just abandon it. And then the last thing here in Pi Network, in my app, it says migrated but not visible in my wallet. I have not done lockup, please. Tricky. Then you have to compare your wallet address in the wallet with what it says to where it migrated to, and then hope that those match up. Otherwise, you for some reason entered a different wallet address, and then those coins went to a different wallet. Last but not least, so switching here. there are so many people in my region that need KYC, and also people who have KYC already but not validating. So what is hold back? Yeah, basically there is like there are some bugs the team is working on that. For example, the KYC from the Pi browser doesn't synchronize into your migration checklist and so on. And then depending on what your region is, so your country, the team just might not have finished with analyzing the different IDs that are accepted in your country. At the end of the day, it's like it just comes down to waiting. Like, I mean, the team, you know, like the Pi Network team delivered so much already what they promised. I mean, they delivered it late and so on, and it took time. But pretty much everything the team said they will build, they said they will build their own KYC solution because they noticed that the Yoti third-party KYC that was used initially would be much too expensive to pay for millions of people. Yeah. And they delivered it. Yeah, they said they will integrate or provide an SDK, so a software development kit, so other developers can develop their apps to use with Pi. They delivered it. And now they say they will finish KYC, so there's still some kinks to work out and so on to really have mass KYC worldwide and so on. Yeah, it might take another couple of months, but they have delivered everything so far, so I don't see a reason why they wouldn't deliver that either, yeah? Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you then hopefully tomorrow with another episode of Comment Chaos Live. So have a great day. Till then.